Welcome, everybody, to the Warriors Instinct Minute. Today we have a special guest, Sam Micale. Am I saying that right, Sam?
Yes, sir. Sam Micale.
Okay. Sam will be fighting at Cage Wars 40. He'll actually be fighting at the Night of Champions. And I believe you have a championship fight set up. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Okay.
Yep.
And you'll be going up against the recently crowned Mike Doolen.
Yeah,
And
undefeated fighter from Mohawk Valley. I'm actually excited.
yeah.
I've been trying to get a fight for almost a year now, so I'm glad I finally got one.
Actually coming into Cage Wars, they put on a great show and everything like that. So
Yeah,
I
Lou
think
seems to be the guy. Seems to be a very professional promotion.
yeah, they're very good. They take care of their fighters. Safety is paramount with them. It's sanctioned, of course, right there in the capital region. And so we're going to dive right in, and I'll have you introduce yourself, Sam.
Yeah, I'm Sam Micale. I'm from Syracuse, New York. I train out of Tai Chi Jiu-Jitsu, BJJ, and this will be my 7th time stepping into the cage. I'm excited to get back in there. I haven't been back in the cage for a little bit. Took some focus on jiu-jitsu and competing in jiu-jitsu. And I'm excited to get back to MMA now.
A year since you've had a fight?
No, it's been over a year now. It's been over
Oh,
a year.
wow.
It's been 2 years now since I stepped in the cage.
You're going to step into the cage with a newly crowned champion of Mike Doolen, like we said earlier. How do you think the fight's going to go?
It's good. I think it's going to go well. He seems to have a very forward style, very pressuring style. Pushes the pace the entire time. Not scared to go on the ground. Not scared to stand up and strike, and that's exactly how I fight too. So I obviously I'm counting on my skill on the ground as well, but I'm more than happy to stand up and fight. And I think he'll probably be have the same mentality. So I'm looking forward to an exciting fight, fast-paced fight.
And I think that's what we'll see with you and Mike, because I don't know if you watched Mike's title fight against Scott Hartman.
Yeah, I was there.
I think oh, you were there. So
Yeah.
You've seen his first right. He kind of stunned Scott, hit him with that second right. And I think as Scott was going down, it woke himself back up. But there were a couple hard strikes. And so you guys are going to take a toe-to-toe. Love to hear it. And can't wait to see that type of action. So with you having such a long break, Sam, how long do you see yourself pursuing your amateur career?
Oh, well, I fought all the fights that I have within just like a couple of years of the beginning of my training. So I took a little bit of time off to learn, to get a little bit better, obviously, to focus, like I said, on jiu-jitsu and to round my game up a little bit more, because I was more stand-up oriented before. And I competed. I've had 50 matches in jiu-jitsu since then. So, and have been staying in competition on a consistent basis since then as well. So it's not like I've been away from the scene or anything. I've been training this whole time. So I think that my ambitions for MMA are just as high as my ambitions for jiu-jitsu right now. So I'd like to keep it going.
Yeah, we looked you up and we've seen some of your past jiu-jitsu matches, and that's what we've seen. We've seen that you seem like you had a lot more jiu-jitsu matches than MMA
Just
fights.
the past 3 years, really, but I just competed a lot.
Yeah, I seen that, and I was pretty impressed. I said, boy, this guy's out there all the time, because we were looking for fight footage, and we did see some fights, but we've seen you more of a
Definitely
competing.
A lot different now. It's been a few years since any of the ones that you probably had seen online, but I mean, I was no bum back then. I only fought the best guys around, but I've come light years since then. So
you're well versed in BJJ, and you told us earlier that your stand-up. Are you been working on that a little more?
Well, yeah, too. I work on that the whole time. Absolutely. Just my competition-wise, I pretty much was sticking with jiu-jitsu, no-gi grappling, and the gi as well, but a lot of no-gi.
Right. Nice. That's always, it's everything that's in the toolbox, we like to say, and you bring out things that one out at a time, and go from there.
Yeah, I kind of went away from competition in MMA because my jiu-jitsu wasn't well-rounded enough, because I had lost by submission and such before. So I kind of wanted to eradicate the problem and learn jiu-jitsu.
That's great. So what you did is you felt you're being submitted. You pumped up your BJJ game,
Oh,
and
100%. That's
now you're
totally the
here with
reason
the.
why I went to it and dedicated to it, committed to just doing jiu-jitsu for a couple of years.
That's great. And here you are now getting ready to step back into the cage, February 9th at the Rivers Casino and Resort in Schenectady, New York. And
Yep.
let's talk about the upcoming fight, your prediction.
Well, I'm pretty apt to stand up and brawl and such. I'm very apt to go to the ground now, especially with my jiu-jitsu being, me being as comfortable with my jiu-jitsu now as I am. So I mean, I'm willing to do either. I mean, it could be quick. It could be a quick finish. He could take me down. I could tap him quick. I could finish him on the feet quick, or we could brawl for the whole time. I'm not sure. I think it's 3 rounds, 5 rounds, something like that. I don't know, but we could go the whole time. Either way, I'll be ready for it. I predict obviously me winning. You know, I'd like to
Nice.
say I'm winning, whether we go to the ground, whether it stays on the feet, or whether it lasts and goes to decision. I feel like I'll be in control the entire fight. So he's a tough kid, and I'm not taking anything away from him. I know his camp. Well, I grappled with one of his coaches, Rob Best. There, we had a 10-minute grappling match, and I mean, I swear I broke him 6 ways to Sunday, and he still kept moving. So I know those guys are tough. So I'm expecting a war.
Yeah, Duff definitely trains his guys well, and that's just because we know Duff.
Yeah,
And you know, you got Rob Best. You're saying you went up against him. We've seen a lot of his fights, and he's great. So it's going to be 3 rounds championship, and no matter what way it is, we're going to see your hand raised at the end.
I believe so. I do. I have 100%
Awesome.
confidence that I'll take the fight. So wherever it goes, whether it goes a distance, whether I can score something quick on the ground or on the feet, whether he wants to keep it on the ground, keep it on the feet, or bring it to the ground, I'm pretty confident.
That's great, Sam. Now we're going to give you a second here. Well, I'll tell you what, we can give you up to a minute because it's the Warriors Instinct minute. You can wrap it up. You could tell us anything you want. Give your shout outs now. Give your shout outs to Mike if you would like. And it's all you right now.
Sure. Shout out to Mike for taking the match and everything, for being a tough guy. He's gone undefeated. So I'm excited for him I met him. He's a polite guy, you know, a respectful guy. So there's no hard feelings or anything, but we're both in it for the same reason. We both want to win. So definitely shout out to him for taking the match. I haven't been able to get an opponent on multiple promotions for a year now that I've been trying to. So I'm just excited to get one and finally get on the show again. And I want to thank a couple of my sponsors. Jitsoap has really helped me out for a while now, and throughout my jiu-jitsu competition. Skelly Bones sponsor me right now. I got AS Artistry. I had Cash Chicks Championship sponsor me for my last match. I'd like to give a shout out to those guys, and I really appreciate it. Lou, obviously, shout out to Lou for making it happen. So I'm in Tai Kai for my home gym, Tai Kai, here in Syracuse, New York, best jiu-jitsu around. So I'm just excited to get back in there and put on a show for you guys.
Excellent. We look forward to this fight. It's always exciting watching the flyweights, and you're in flyweight division, and we can't wait to meet you at weigh-ins, and we'll definitely see you fight night. We don't want to keep you no longer, Sam. We want to thank you for your time, and sorry for the technical difficulties there, but I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, man.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.